Hello everybody, so welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a recreation center. So if you have the new Sims 4 Growing Together expansion pack, one of the new lots that you can, or lot types that you can have is a recreation center. So I wanted to build one of these in my own game. So here is a River Rock Recreation Center. So I had a couple ideas of what I wanted to include. You can see I already kind of put all those little playground pieces off to the side because I wanted to use those later in the build. So I wanted to go with kind of like a fancy recreation center because I don't normally make things super fancy and ritzy. So I wanted to kind of challenge myself to do that, and I went to a bunch of like the different siding types and decoration items that came with the pack inside and outside. So here we go. As per usual, this build will go live on the gallery after posting this video, so feel free to search Keely Cat 4 and you will be able to find this build to plop into your own game. So for today's joke of the day, so we're building a recreation center, with kids in mind, and this joke is from a middle schooler that I recently spoke with. So this is the joke that the middle schooler told me, okay? So why don't you bring Pokemon in the bathroom with you? So think about that. Think about your Pokemon. I'll give you a hint. Think about who it might be. And I'll get back to that at the end of the video. So this video, as you can tell, is sped up extremely fast because this took me so many hours to build. I'm not the speediest builder, even though I do enjoy building. So it took me quite some time to figure this out and figure out the color scheme. I ended up mixing some of these growing together windows. Well, yeah, some of the growing together windows with some of the fancier windows and doors from Discover University. Like I used that library door. So I mixed some black and white windows to kind of put it all together. I really wanted these stairs to be on the diagonal, like coming in, but you can't put stairs on the diagonal. I think that's a missed opportunity. So yeah, had to move them back this way, as you can tell. So looking for our fancy stuff here, fancy windows. There's some of the tiling and like stone that I wanted to use. I ended up going with that like dark blue color. I thought that was kind of cool. And then we coming in with some stone and stuff like that. So as you can see, it took me a while to figure this out. But on the inside, there were a couple things I wanted to include. So I wanted to include a bowling alley. I wanted to include like an actual library, a small like how do I want to say this, like vintage like library area. I want to include a kids center and a teen center, but also an area for babies, or not babies, but infants in particular and toddlers, since the infant update came out pretty recently after the pack. So I want to have a zone in there for that, because in the original rec center that you can have on in San Sequoia has like a toddler and like infant zone. So I want to kind of replicate that in this build too. I actually ended up replacing the rec center in San Sequoia with this build. I took out the one they had in there and I put this one in there instead, because I felt like it had more things that my Sims could do. Because I ended up adding, like I said, a bowling alley. So bowling alley, I put in an area for your Sims to cook. There is going to be a gym inside the rec center. So there's a gym, and I used a bunch of those like gym decorations that came with it. I even included an indoor pool. So lots of opportunities for your Sims to be active and gain skills. So I have built a build on my not on my library. What am I thinking about? On my gallery account a really long time ago. It was like one of the first major things that I built. I think it's from like 2016 or 2017. It's called the Library of the Arts, and it was the same kind of idea as like a skill building area. So that's why I said the Library of the Arts, but recreation centers weren't a lot type, obviously, back in 2017. So I think I only had city living at that point, so obviously my skills were limited, but I put in a lot of computers, I put in a lot of easels, which I also included in here, I believe. And like murals and instruments and things like that. So it was nice that they actually made this a full lot type. And I also included in all the bathrooms, at least most of the bathrooms, I included a changing table and things like that, so that if you did bring your toddler to this area, they would, be able to use the toddler potty and be able to, not be super unhappy if you brought them here. So the camera's going wild because I was flipping through those angles trying to see what I wanted to do with it. So over on this side, I wanted to make the gym. So there I am putting in the main floor bathroom, and then I wanted to have a big arched open area to get into the gym center. So I use these beautiful lights from the newer pack, and there's our stalls for the toilets. And I wanted to put in some showers as well. So I had to make the bathroom pretty big for it to include all these things. Um, Not sure why I was looking at, was that a fridge? Not sure where I was going with that. Here we go. I was looking for the lockers that came with the pack to build a little like locker room. So going in with some rugs, and I included that tub too. So then if your toddler needed a bath, you wouldn't be like stuck. If your toddler got like unhappy or they got kind of dirty while they were there, like playing or whatever, you could easily, shower them and then they wouldn't be so uncomfortable. So here we go, putting in some more little clutter items and things like that. I use those doors for everything. Like, I didn't even notice how often I use those bathroom doors. I use them like all the time when I put in a bathroom, which I guess is not super common. Every time you go to a bathroom, it doesn't have a little like sign like that on it. It's just a door. So but yeah, anyways, I had to use the cat little tile from Snowy Escape. I absolutely love this tile. I can never use it. Obviously, it looks kind of weird like in a house unless you did like a children's bathroom. So I had to use it since this was connected to the pool and to the gym area. Absolutely adorable. Alrighty, so here we go. Putting in some more items. I was just kind of looking for the toddler items and getting them to match. I think it's a cool idea to have those stalls like from high school years, but I recently downloaded um, an ice skating rink like lot, like an ice rink lot off the gallery, and they also included those like stall bathrooms instead of like little doors, like little cubbies that I make. But they weren't functional. Like I kept telling my sim to go to the bathroom and they just wouldn't. I didn't know if it was just the sim being the sim, because you know how sims just don't take care of themselves. But no, it was just the fact that the room wasn't big enough. So I ended up just changing it. But so I don't really use those stalls very often because I feel like they just take up so much space. Um, but yeah, so here we go on the back deck. I wanted this to be an area they could hang out, they could perform, things like that. I would love to have made this like, if there was a way to make like a grand staircase entry, like I guess I could like take those stairs and rotate them around, but it would be nice if you get like a curved stairway, like thicker, curved, like that. I feel like that would look really cool. I know it's not a feature in The Sims. There's probably somebody who's made a mod or made CC stairs, I'm sure, but I don't really have any custom content when it comes to like building things because if I want to share it on the gallery, then there's less people that can enjoy the build. And then if I decide that my game's not running at a functionable speed and I want to get rid of it, then it's just like it can't place. So I know that I used fitness stuff for this gym, and I wanted to include that climbing wall, which is why I had to have the wall so high. I don't know why I said that like that. Why I had to have the walls so high, otherwise it was just like clipping through the next floor. Um, I really like fitness stuff. I know I recently watched one of James Sims' videos about like rating all the packs and stuff like that. I know fitness stuff didn't do that great. I guess it really depends on how you play, but I love the colors and the things that come with the fitness stuff pack. So personally, I use it a lot, but you may not. So I used all of that for the gym space. And then there's the pool. So putting in that, I'm going to include some lounge chairs in a second. Well, okay, maybe more than a second. Um, Adding some more details to kind of spice up the pool. There's some, now I'm looking for chairs and stuff. So then you could like theoretically get in the pool and then you could come out and like hang out, and I included some little floaty rafts, which the little whale one is so cute. Um, but yeah, just some more little details for the pool, got to scoop out the pool, got the life raft in case anybody can't swim. Although all Sims technically can swim, but that's beyond the point. I use more of those like tiles from Snowy Escape, and then I did like kind of like a yellow theme, putting in some more windows to give some more natural light. Of course, had to include the TVs, like you're at the YMCA. You're at the YMCA, you're on the treadmill. They got like 16 different TVs going on. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, not 16 actual TVs. This is in Buffalo Wild Wings. Um, But you're on there and the treadmill, everybody's walking on the treadmill. One time I went to the YMCA and this lady was reading while walking like on incline or something like that. And I was like, I don't think I'd be able to do both of those tasks efficiently. Like, I run a lot, but there's no way that I would be able to walk on an incline, but then also be able to read. Like, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to focus. Because sometimes I like drift when I walk. I don't know if you're someone who runs frequently. You may notice like I don't run the treadmill a lot because I tend to drift. Like I'll be running in the middle and then all of a sudden I'll like end up over by the right side or end up over by the left side, which is one of the reasons why I don't like running on the treadmill. But yeah, I feel like I would definitely be drifted all over the place. The last thing I need is to fall down on the treadmill. It would be so embarrassing. The YMCA, you're just working out, reading your book, and then all of a sudden you fall off. Everybody starts looking at you. That's a big no for me. So here we go with the outside area. Had to put in a little basketball area, included some soccer balls and some stuff like that. There's the bowling like area. So I wanted the left side there to be the bowling center, which is also where the kitchen is. So you could theoretically go in there, make some meals, sit down, and there's like a lounge space in there as well. Um, for like your bowling things. I guess you could have like a bowling league or like make a bowling club. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll have to do that in my game. I haven't done that yet. I know Little Simsy way back when the bowling stuff came out, or a little bit after that. I think she made like a towny thing that was like about people who are really good at bowling. I don't remember fully, but yeah. So upstairs we're gonna have the kids zone, which you can see I'm starting on here with the bookshelves from Growing Together. And then I have that whiteboard in there. I want to make like a school zone and I want to include the little lights to make a little teen like reading nook. So I use some of the little cubicles and all these cute little wall decals. Putting in some more chairs. Speaking of the rocking chair, so I had a rocking chair, and this is in the Let's Play that I have up on my account right now, on my YouTube. So you can look up that if you want. Apparently, I can't talk. I have a Let's Play for Growing Together that I just started not too long ago, and that is up on a playlist on my channel. You can find that. And then the house that they're living in is Manzanita Terrace, which I built a little while back, which is also on the channel. And in there, I put a rocking chair in the basement. And every single time I told them to eat something, they would always walk all the way down to the basement. And it took up so much time. Because, like, you already know that Sims take a long time to eat, but walking all the way downstairs, I was like, there's literally a sofa on the first floor. Just eat there. And I would, like, even tell them to do that. Or there's literally, like, a dining room table in the kitchen and they wouldn't sit there. So for the later parts, I deleted the chair and then they finally stopped going down to the basement to eat their breakfast. And the thing is too, is like the rocking chair was in like high in the grandma's room. So like it's like the kid gets the food and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna eat my breakfast down in grandma's room in the basement. And there's like one light, so it's like super dark in there. I'm like, this just doesn't make any sense. So here's a little mock classroom that I made where I thought the kids could come in and work on their homework. Unfortunately, the whiteboard's not actually functional. When I took my Sims there, you can't really do anything with it, which I think is disappointing. There's no like write on the whiteboard function or like a mental skill gain by using the whiteboard to study or something like that. So that's disappointing. But it's there for looks. So your teen Sims could come and work on their homework, or your I really can't talk today. Your child Sims can come and work on their homework at the little desks. So in here is the toddler and kid zone, and also the baby zone or infant zone. As you can see, I just put a little fence in there. So we got the little play mats and the adorable little kitty cat plushie that I use in like every build with kids. So yeah, putting all that in, little critter wicker baskets, which are also pretty cute. So we're going to use the little playhouse that we have over there and some more decals to kind of spice it up. Took me forever to select a light. I probably just ended up using the simple saucer light anyways. Yeah, so we got our little cubby, and then we have our skill items with our activity tables and the little science station and the little puzzle and game table where you can play symbols or do a puzzle. I just started having my Sims in my regular game start doing the puzzle things. I hadn't done the puzzles with them yet. So I think my goal for my like personal game now is I'm gonna see how much money I can make and how much fame my sim can gain by just making puzzles. So like she's only a teen right now in my personal save file, but I want to see how much money I can make by solely making puzzles. So yeah, it would be pretty funny if we could become really famous by just making puzzles and sharing them online. So we'll see if that's possible or not. That would honestly be kind of fun for a Let's Play too, but I don't think I'm going to do that in my Let's Play because there's some other things I want to do. But yeah, so adding in some more decor items to kind of put in like little crafts and kid zones and these cute little rugs to kind of spice up the area. Oh, I ended up putting in 2 of these tables. I totally forgot about that. I built this a long time ago. It's currently May. I think I filmed this back at the beginning of April or even earlier. Um, it's finals now for right now, or it's finals for me right now, so I only have 1 final left, so I've been able to kind of focus on building and playing The Sims and recording some more videos. So I have all these builds that I've like made, but I haven't had the time to record the audio for them. So there's just all these like video clips of just sped up Sims 4 footage on my computer. All right, so we're almost done in here. Finishing up the kids zone and the infant area. Now we can focus on putting a couple more skill items out here. So I ended up putting the telescope. I thought that was a good spot for the telescope. Hopefully, it would be very unfortunate if someone was up there looking at the telescope and then it was like, oh, there's going to be a meteor strike. That would be highly unfortunate. Just straight into the building. Like, what would happen? I have yet to have used the telescope in the treehouse. My Sims have been using that a lot, but I haven't gotten the meteor interaction yet. A little bit worried. Hasn't happened yet. I know it'll happen in the future. So, but yeah, so here's the other skill room. So this just kind of has all the skills that weren't already addressed throughout the rest of the building. So we've got like the video gaming skill and just other tasks that they could do. Because like as you can see, I'm putting down a bunch of musical items, which are going to be in the first floor, kind of in that entryway. So up here we have the foosball, the robotic station, the painting easel, the crocheting, the cross-stitching, excuse me, skill, and the little banners for the high school clubs and things like that. So this is kind of like the catch-all room for anything left over, the handiness table that I didn't already include later or somewhere else in the build. So this is kind of like the teen or adult like center. I wanted that table to sit there. And then I put in like a little music thingy there too. And I want to include a bunch of like trophies, I think. I think this is where I'm going with this, is me looking for a surface to display trophies. I think that was my goal. Let's find out. Yes, yes, it is. I want to have all of the different trophies for all the different clubs or like after school activities that you could have, at least like the main 4 new ones from Discovery University. So you may see that off to the left there is a empty space. So you may be thinking, oh, what are we going to build in the empty space? So I'll give you a hint before we get there. That's actually going to be the true library area. So all of this is mainly like a recreation center, but I did want to include a traditional old school library. So I wanted to make it very, vintage, very, like, how do I describe it? Like a lot of the stuff from university, like that kind of stuff. So as you can see here, we are looking for a bunch of our bookcases to make a traditional library space, kind of like country and stuff like that. So here we go, putting in those items. So, because if you're an adult, you may not want to go hang out in the kids' library area. So, in here, you can hang out and enjoy and relax with your book in the fireplace. Maybe you can go outside onto the balcony if you want to enjoy your book. If not, you don't have to. So, I included that in there. Here are some more of the trophies I threw in there. I'm looking for plants. Gotta plant it up. Sometimes I just scroll through all of the items and it takes forever. I'm like, do any of these fit the thing I'm looking for? Like I included that little country cottage living. I always say that. Why do I think cottage living is country living? Anyways, cottage living. I used that little side table and then I put an open book on it. I thought that was kind of cool. Like maybe somebody's like examining the book or like flipping through it. So looking for some more lights. I took that one light out because I thought that was too modern. So here I included some spaces to sit outside to enjoy your book. So now we're working on the second floor bathroom. I always make these super colorful and fun. So there's our changing table. Okay, adding in a bassinet. Gotta find our little rug. I had to do those because I thought those looked so cute. Personally, the cat swatch is my favorite of the rug hungry rug, but that rug, 10 out of 10, would recommend. Alrighty, so finishing up in the bathroom there, adding in our toddler potty, and moving on to our kids zone type of library. So this is the kids library. Absolutely adorable rug and wallpaper from Pastel Pop Kit. Like I only have one of the kits, but the Pastel Pop Kit definitely has made its way into a lot of the teen rooms that I build and like children's rooms or even just like cute themed rooms. They're just adorable. Like and then that paired with the tiny living stuff, it's just so cute. I love it. It's adorable. So I added in some of these boho items as well to kind of match in with that fun pink, orange, yellow, red color scheme. Lots of posters, as I imagine different things kids could sign up for. All right, so as we finish up that, we'll be moving on next to, I believe, the rest of this room. Yeah, so I'm kind of going to try to fill out the rest of my like teen, like school space, working on that. I really couldn't decide what color to do this room. Let's see, what did I end up decide on? I totally don't remember. So here's some more desks. So kids could either work on their homework at these desks, like the more like kid or like friendly, fun pops color desks. But then I also end up putting a computer and a like iPad on the desk. So then that way one of the desks can be used for homework and the other ones can be used for computer-based skills. Some more crafty clutter items. In this video, a fun challenge for you is to try to see where I put the llama from the Tiny Living stuff. Or no, it's Dream Home Decorator. Can you find the llama from Dream Home Decorator? I'm pretty sure I use it in this build, but can you find it? That's another fun challenge to play if you watch it through any of my videos. Try to find when I place the tiny llama. My favorite item to use is a clutter item. I use it in almost every single build. It's absolutely adorable. So keep your eyes peeled. That's a fun challenge for you. All right, so now we're working on the dance and music stations. So we got a bunch of places you can perform, places that the sim can dance and sing. I even put in a karaoke thing in there. I forgot about that. We did some stone elements with some like older style fancy wallpaper with the trim and everything because I did the rest of it pretty modern, but I imagine this building, it's super fancy, so it's probably been around for a long time, I imagine, if this was like a real type of building. So that's why I went with the fancier wallpaper down there. We've got one of those new pianos, putting in all these signs. Okay, so now we're focusing more on the bowling area probably pretty soon. Well, after we go ahead and put whatever I'm going to put over here. I think I put like a sitting area. Yeah, like a little coat shelf and like a sitting spot. Oh, can't forget the trash can. That would not be good. But yeah, there's a sitting zone. Okay, so now we're working on the bowling alley. So I kind of moved all my searches to things within the bowling night stuff pack to make sure that I had the bowling theme going on. I wanted it to just scream bowling. The bowling night rug is pretty cute though. I do enjoy the colors and the color scheme. So I even included a bar in here. I did forget about that. So there's a bar too. So then your Sims can work on their mixology skill also where they're here. Maybe your Sims can enjoy a drink while they're bowling, you know. I imagine that that will be pretty fun. So here we go, adding in our little mini kitchenette area to practice that skill. Can't forget the trash can. I almost did. Perfect. So now I want to add in some places to sit too. I wanted to include that, but I really wasn't sure where it would go. More bowling decor as per usual. I went with this blue theme because that blue color of like those things on the right side of the wall, like the shoe holder and the stuff on the wall, oh, favorite color ever. That's my favorite color. All right, so we even have a dining space in here and a little TV, so it's kind of like our little hangout space. Did some accent walls for this room. Alrighty, we're done with that part. We're on to the second floor. So in this kind of like hallway or like open space, this is where I wanted to be like the traditional like computer and like empty desk sitting areas. So I included a bunch of desks, some of them which have computers, some of them that don't, as like a sitting space, kind of like at the library, like the Library of Arts that I mentioned previously. I'm also going to end up adding in another sitting area in here. So as we get closer to the last couple minutes of the video, I'm hoping that you enjoyed it and you decide to stick around to see how it turned out. Um, but the answer to the joke. So the joke, as told by a middle schooler, was why don't you bring a Pokemon in the bathroom with you? And the reason is because they might take a Pikachu. I thought it was pretty funny. You know, for a middle schooler, that's a pretty funny joke. You know, I was thoroughly impressed. So hopefully you enjoyed that joke too. It's silly, it's cute, it's fun. But yeah, as per usual, this video will go live on my account, so feel free to search KeelyCat4 to find this build and download it to your own game. And feel free to stick around. I have build videos that come out every Saturday, and now that I have my Let's Play going for Growing Together, I will be posting a new episode of the Growing Together Let's Play every Sunday. So feel free to stick around, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. The rest of the video is kind of me spicing up the back of our little back porch, and the front where I tried to use some like big art pieces and things like that. So yeah, we're kind of towards the end. Hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.